France versus Spain.
Mbappe hits it! Oh, what a strike! Who's with him? There's the pullback. Good save, spilled, goal!
Officially, it's only a semi-final. In reality, this is the final everyone wanted.
It's the final before the final.
France have looked unstoppable.
Olise, lovely. Mbappe!
Is it possible to beat this France team? Because from what I'm seeing, it seems like it's not possible.
Spain haven't stopped controlling games.
Oh, wonderful from Yamal.
One team overwhelms you with speed and power. The other suffocates you with possession and precision. But here's the terrifying part. These two teams know each other. Spain beat France 2-1 in the Euro 2024 semi-final, and a teenager named Lamine Yamal scored a goal nobody's forgotten.
Nice goal! Oh, I say, what an unbelievable goal!
Then in 2025, they played out a 5-4 Nations League classic that still gets replayed on highlight reels.
Lamine Yamal is not scared of France. Rightfully so. He said it. They said, yo, you scared of France? He said, no, why would I be scared of France? We beat them. And it's true, they beat them. They beat them in the Euro, they beat them in the Nations League.
Whoever survives this match won't just reach the World Cup final, they'll probably win it.
It's the final where most people be happy before the final.
But Nigel, do you think the winner of this World Cup is more likely to come from this game than the other side of the bracket?
Yes, I do.
So, how did the tournament's two most complete teams end up colliding this early? And why does this game feel bigger than the final itself? Let's get into it. To understand why this game means so much, you have to go back to 2022. France lost that World Cup to Argentina on penalties. Then, 2 years later, this same Spain team knocked them out of Euro 2024, so there's history here, and not the good kind if you're French, which makes what happened against Morocco in the quarter-final worth looking at closely. France won 2-0.
Here's Dembélé. Ousmane Dembélé has hit the bottom corner!
But it wasn't comfortable the whole way through. Mbappe missed a penalty, the kind of miss that can rattle anyone.
The delay was insane, guys, by the way. The delay for the penalty kick was insane. It put Mbappe off. His started run-up was really bad. Like, why is he shooting like that? He never takes his pens like that. And it was a really poor pen in the end. But one thing you could never do is count Mbappe out, because you knew he'd respond in the second half.
Instead, he curled in a goal that made you forget the penalty ever happened. Dembélé added the second, clean and clinical.
Look at Dembele's goal, bros. They get the ball, Dembele gets the ball in the midfield, and he drives this ball forward, and he shoots it into the bottom corner, and he didn't even have to pass the ball one time. 3
straight clean sheets now. Frank Leboeuf came out and called this the best French team ever.
They are classy, and they work hard together, and they have every tool needed to win a World Cup.
That's not a small thing to say about a country that's won 2 World Cups. Spain's route looked nothing like that. Less flash, more grind.
The problem is, when you look at Spain and how they got by Portugal, skin of their teeth. How they got by Belgium, skin of their teeth.
They beat Belgium 2-1 in the quarters and took a late winner from Mikel Merino, coming off the bench like he always seems to.
Kubasi taking aim. Oh, spilled by Lemons and buried.
Sometimes it might not be convincing. Sometimes it might just be to the last second, but it's always through Mikel Merino. He scored the winner in the last second versus Portugal, and he's done the same thing now. He scored the winner in the 89th minute against Belgium to send Spain through to the next round.
The numbers tell you Spain dominated that game, 68% possession. But here's what's new. Spain actually took the lead first through Fabian Ruiz, and when Belgium equalized out of nowhere, Spain didn't panic. They came out in the second half a little more aggressive. They just kept working until Merino found the winner late. That patience comes from the middle of the park. Rodri sets the pace for everything Spain does. Pedri finds the pocket of space nobody else sees. Pau Kubasi continues to impress at the back too. Spain's teenage defender delivers line-breaking passes that unlock teams from deep.
He can be one of the best defenders in the world, for sure. He's only 19 years, as you said, but he's very mature. He's like a leader in the team, and it's amazing the way he's performing. and I hope he can continue performing like this against Belgium and in the rest of the matches.
And then there's Yamal, 18 years old, and still one of the most watched players at this World Cup, even though he hasn't hit the heights he reached at Euro 2024. An injury disrupted his rhythm coming into the tournament, so he's not quite there yet. But even at less than his best, he's still the player every defence worries about.
No flashes for Yamal, but he's not hit top gear. He's probably going to be coming up against Luca Digne, the French left back, in the semi-finals. That should be a really exciting 1v1 battle, and really if Spain are to get past France, they need their top tier players like Yamal to show up.
So, here's the question nobody can answer yet. Can Spain's control hold up against a France team that only needs a few seconds to hurt you? Here's what makes France so hard to deal with. They don't need the ball for long spells, they need it for seconds. Absorb whatever you throw at them, sit back, stay patient, and then punish before you've even settled back into shape. That's the whole identity. And look at the options Deschamps has to do it with. Mbappé, Dembélé, Olise, Doué, Barcola, Thuram. Any one of them can decide a game on their own, and most nights more than one of them does.
They are the favourites. They are the favourites. I think the attack, you know, I don't think they've really been tested defensively, but the attack, they're like the Avengers. So many players, Michael Olise, Mbappe, Ousmane Dembélé, Doué. There's too many players, Bradley Barcola. So many options, you know, going forward, it's going to be tough to stop.
Go back to the Morocco game for the proof. 0-0. Dead even. Nothing separating the two sides yet. Then 5 minutes happen. Mbappe curls one in. Dembélé finishes a move so quick, Morocco barely touched the ball in between. 2-0. Game basically over. And Morocco never got another sniff. That's not luck. That's a team built to strike you the second you blink. Behind all that firepower sits a defense that's been just as ruthless. The Saliba-Upamecano partnership has been imperious. They've rarely looked troubled, and even when Upamecano has one of those moments, the loose touch, the mistimed step, Saliba's there to clean it up without breaking a sweat. It's the calm that makes the whole backline work.
The centre-back pairing of Saliba and Upamecano, I mean, at club level, that would still be like the best centre-back pairing in the world. Both of them are good on football, both of them are fast, both of them are strong. You cannot get past them.
And in front of them, Manu Kone has quietly become the engine of this team.
What about Kone as well in the midfield? Because that was one of the big decisions that he made coming into the World Cup, Nige, and that seems to be really paying off at the minute.
I mean, we had a conversation, I think when we was working Serie A, where we had a discussion, will he make the squad? And I said, yeah. I said he's a fantastic player.
Patrick Vieira, someone who knows a thing or two about playing that position at the highest level, came out and said Kone is outplaying Tchouaméni right now. That's high praise from a legend. Watch him and you see why. The mobility to cover ground, the tackling to win it back clean, the composure to start the next attack the second he does. So how does Spain answer that? Not with more possession for possession's sake, but with control that's actually purposeful.
When they meet the French, in the semi-final, they're going to have to up their game big time. They can have all the ball they want.
Sure.
They can have all the ball they want. But if they don't do enough with it in the final third to punish this French team, they will get punished at the other end.
Rodri's entire job is to slow the game down to a pace France hates. Keep the ball, starve them of broken play, and force them to do something they haven't had to do all tournament. Defend for 30 straight minutes with no break. That sets up the matchup everyone's been waiting for. Mbappe, the proven winner already chasing his second World Cup. Yamal, the teenager, rewriting record books before he's old enough to rent a car in some countries. Two completely different kinds of great about to share a pitch with the whole tournament on the line.
Do you know how blessed we are to have Lamine Yamal versus Mbappe at a semifinals of a World Cup? Like, we get this again. We got it in the Euro, we got it in the Nations League, and now we get it again.
But the real battles might happen away from the ball. Pedro Porro and Marc Cucurella have to deal with France's wide threats, and neither of them have faced speed and movement quite like this.
When Mbappe and them boys get the ball and they start running at you, I don't know if Spain's left backs and right backs can defend the pace of France. I don't know if they can.
Pau Kubasi, just 19, is about to find out what it's like defending against players who've been doing this at the highest level for years. Which raises the obvious question, can France's back line handle Yamal cutting inside onto that left foot? can they deal with Nico Williams and Mikel Merino coming off the bench with fresh legs and no fear?
With Nico Williams and obviously this fella now, Merino, coming back into full fitness, you just have a different option to attack, especially when you look at this French team who are going to be just as quick, just as mobile, if not better. You need to make sure that they have to defend.
Spain have won the last 2 meetings between these sides, but this French team, the one sitting in front of us right now, hasn't been tested like this yet. So this isn't really about a scoreline anymore. This is about who walks into the final as the team nobody wants to face. So let's call this what it actually is. Not a semi-final, the final, just wearing the wrong label. You've got the talent of a final, the weight of a final, and a tactical clash sharp enough to settle an argument that's been building for 2 tournaments now. And it all comes down to one question. Does Spain finally suffocate this France team? Or does individual brilliance do what it's done all tournaments and find a way through anyway? France's case is simple. They're the most complete squad left in this competition. And here's the unsettling part for everyone else. They haven't even had to find a higher gear yet. Every knockout game has been handled without real stress. Nobody's forced them into a fight where they had to dig except Paraguay, and we all know how that ended. Spain's case is different, but just as real. They're the only team this tournament that's built specifically to take the ball away from France and make them do something uncomfortable. Defend. Not for 5 minutes here and there, for long, grinding stretches with no rest. And it all comes down to a moment. Spain have already shown who they trust. Mikel Merino keeps finding a way to matter late. He's done it once.
Ferran Torres, we might not need extra time.
He's done it twice.
Taking aim, all spilled by lemons.
There's no reason to think a third time is off the table if this game is still level with 20 minutes left.
Talking of the next game, you ready to take on France?
Yeah, absolutely. We came here for this, to play against the best teams in the world. We are confident in our possibilities, at the same time respecting the opposition. But yeah, one of those games that you dream of when you're a kid, and now we have the chance to compete against a massive rival. Hopefully we'll get the win.
But here's the thing that might actually decide it, and it's got nothing to do with who's more talented. Experience. France have already been in a World Cup final. They've already won one. This group knows what it's like to walk out under that kind of pressure and still function. Spain haven't reached a final since 2010. That's 16 years of knowing the feeling only through old footage. Talent might be close to even here, genuinely close, but that experience gap, the difference between having done it and hoping you can, that might be the thing that tips this one way or the other. When the game's still scoreless in the 70th minute, and both benches are looking for someone to blink first.
Yes, I know you beat France in the Euros. Yes, I know you beat France in the Nations League. But this version of France, like France Euros are very different to France World Cup. Mbappe Euros is very different to Mbappe at the World Cup. It's 2 completely different players. It's 2 completely different teams. So you're facing a complete different beast.
No recap needed here. You already know what's coming. AT&T Stadium. 80,000 people about to watch 2 completely different ideas of football collide, and only one walks away a single win from lifting the World Cup. Subscribe if you want the full breakdown of how this actually plays out.